소원 빌자. 눈 감아.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most butterfly-inducing moments from Korean dramas that we just can't get out of our heads. For anyone who doesn't already have these scenes memorized, beware of spoilers.
말 안 해도 돼. 너 다 보여.
Number 10. A Tipsy Confrontation. Love Struck in the City. One of the things fans love about K-dramas is how male characters are not afraid to show their vulnerable side.
진심 아니라는 거 알아.
아니야, 나는 다 진심이야. 나는 있잖아. 나는 이렇게 달마다 매일매일 나는 망가져가고 있거든.
In this scene, Jae-won is drunk and in despair about his once wife Uno leaving him out of the blue. He's so deep in his feels that when Uno decides to accompany him quietly, he believes it's a dream. His pain gives way to tears and he softly confronts her, but he isn't really looking for answers.
내가 청계천에서 만나자고 했을 때 너 왜 나 만난다 그랬어? 그리고 너 왜 나한테
Jae-won is venting, comforting himself with the liminal presence of his lover. He's sensitive like a lost puppy and seeks affection in his reveries. Uno is stronger than we are because if Jae-won was crying that prettily in front of us, we would have folded like a lawn chair.
잡아. 팔. 오케이.
Number 9. Bangkok Diaries. Love in the Big City. Trust this K-drama to juxtapose the most heart-wrenching scenes with the sweetest ones. Here, our protagonist, Go-young, is musing on his golden days with Gyu-ho in Bangkok.
너가 그랬잖아. 우리 처음 만났을 때 육지 보는 게 네 소원이었다고.
그게 웃긴?
우리 바다 대시 강 보러 갈래? 짜오프라야 강.
The pair had previously swanned around the Thai capital passionately in love. The most mundane, touristy routines became magical, and we see those moments in a touching montage bathed in nostalgia.
년 전에 내가 이런 것들을 알고 있었다면 무엇이 달라졌을까? 지금과 많이 다른 인생을 살고 있을까? 그 인생은 어떤 형태일까?
Go-young and Gyu-ho are just like any other ordinary couple, playing around without a care in the world. However, Kylie, the name Go-young gives his HIV diagnosis, looms over them like a shadow he's painfully aware of. At this point in the show, we know our OTP has parted ways, but like Go-young, we're just happy to look back at their romance fondly.
지금 너무 좋아. 팬티까지 다 젖었는데 좋긴 뭐가 좋아. 그냥 너랑 내가 여기서 이러고 있다는 거. 그게 좋아.
Number 8. Poetic Love. Guardian, the Lonely and Great God. This scene single-handedly turned innumerable K-drama fans into Korean literature aficionados.
그리고 책을 늘 가까이 하신다 그랬으니까 가까이 하고 계시고.
Our hero, Kim Shin, aka Goblin, watches his bride-to-be, Ji-eun-tak, from afar as she beams with a pure, innocent glow. Mesmerized, he turns the road between them into a magical red carpet, leaving the girl starry-eyed.
베비꽃같이 조그만 그 계집애가 꽃잎같이 하늘거리는 그 계집애가 지구보다 더 큰 질량으로 나를 끌어당긴다.
As he realizes that he's experiencing love for the first time in hundreds of years, Shin is both exhilarated and terrified. The poem he had been reading earlier, The Physics of Love by Kim In-yuk, hits him like a ton of bricks as he finds himself irrevocably drawn to her against his better judgment.
순간 나는 뉴턴의 사과처럼 사정없이 그녀에게로 굴러떨어졌다.
Number 7. A Wine-Stained Kiss. Descendants of the Sun. Song Hye-kyo and Song Joong-ki are two of the most charming actors to come out of South Korea. Regardless of how their real-life relationship panned out, this scene showcases their characters' chemistry like no other.
가지 말고 와요. 이쪽으로. 물 대신 와인은 어때요?
Dr. Kang is downing wine straight from the bottle after a long day, and Captain Yu is intoxicated by her pluck. Sparks fly in the form of banter while the rain outside adds to the palpable tension between them.
잘 어울리는 옷 입고 징계받고 온 사람한테 할 소린 아니지만
이게 정복인 건 어떻게 알아요?
왜 몰라요? 여자도 제복 판타지 있어요.
내가 군인이 된 이유죠.
When Kang keeps offering you a drink he can't accept, he comes up with a solution that should be in a handbook of seduction. Instead of sipping from a glass or a bottle, he goes for her lips instead. Go ahead and squeal into your pillow. We did too. Number 6. Best Friends to Lovers. Hospital Playlist.
나 좀 민망해서 한 번만씩 빨리 얘기할 거니까 잘 들어야 돼.
If you're on the hunt for the healthiest K-drama romance, look no further than Ik-jun and Sung-hwa. While we could totally make a list solely of the romantic moments between these two, we picked Sung-hwa's confession because of how long overdue it was.
너 마음 그대로면 우리
She has taken the time to sit with her feelings after he confessed to her, and understands them well enough not to confuse love with any other emotion. Only when she is sure of her heart does she propose they date, and he answers with an adoring kiss.
대답하려고.
Just starting their relationship, but the way they look at each other shows a level of comfort you'll see in married couples. That's what makes them so special. Number 5. Flirting with the boss at work. Strong girl Pong-soon. This scene will have you praying for a love like this.
너 네 마음 확인할 시간 필요하댔잖아. 이제 대답해 주지.
Our heroine To Bong-soon and her boss, An Min-hyuk, are in the early stages of falling in love. Who could blame them for not being able to keep their hands to themselves?
보내. 지금 보니까.
아, 기대해, 무슨 기대요.
미치겠네 진짜. 어?
엄마야?
어? 봐봐. 뭐지? 어? 어디서 본 듯한 이 전개는 뭘까?
When Min-hyuk spots Bong-soon looking for him in the office, he calls her inside an empty hall to spend some time together. He's giddy about being alone with her and promises to protect her, although we know her strength could rival Superman's. Min-hyuk's excitement is amplified knowing she's into him too, and he can barely contain his cute aggression.
야! 좀 그렇게 웃지 마. 왜? 사람 설레. 막 단둘이 있을 때 그렇게 웃으면 나는 막 어떡하지?
The scene ends in the most adorable way, as Min-hyuk plants a kiss on a nervous Pong-soon's forehead. Number 4. A Life-Saving Monologue. Queen of Tears. This show should be called the Try Not to Cry Challenge, and fair warning, it's impossible to win. In this poignant sequence, Hong Hae-in is faced with a terrible dilemma. She's living with rare brain tumors that have a surgical cure, but the procedure will erase her memories. She decides life is not worth it if she can't remember the feeling of loving and being loved by her husband, Baek Young-woo, and her family. Meanwhile, for him, all that matters is that she's alive.
나한테 하나도 안 반하고 나를 못 본 척하고 별로라고 하고 그래도 나는 네 옆에 있을게. 약속했잖아.
He breaks down in tears, trembling in fear of losing her, but is firm as a rock as he convinces her to get the surgery, reassuring her that they'll love again. Naturally, she can't help but want to live after that.
꼭 와.
다녀올게. 그때도 잘 부탁해.
Number 3. A modern fairy tale. The King, Eternal Monarch. We love a queen who doesn't need a knight in shining armor, but a king on a white horse is a different matter entirely. Kon, king of the fictional alternate dimension Korea, falls in love with Chung Tae-il from the Republic of Korea. When Tae-il is abducted and wakes up in his kingdom, she fights like a warrior to save herself. However, the poor girl can only last so long against an army of enemies. On the brink of losing consciousness, she manages to alert the palace about her whereabouts.
믿기지 않겠지만 나 지금 대한제국에 있어. 누군가한테 쫓기고 있는데 나는 지금 공쪽으로 가고 있어.
Within moments, her king arrives, looking dashing as he commands his troops to protect the future queen. It's only when she sees him that she lets her guard down, collapsing right into his arms. Number 2. Wishing on Cherry Blossoms. Lovely Runner. Cherry blossoms being a timeless sign of blooming love is K-Drama 101. You'll find them associated with all sorts of whimsical meanings in different shows. Here, Im-sol says they have magical qualities.
뭐해?
너 몰라? 떨어지는 벚꽃잎 잡으면 소원 이뤄진다잖아.
In true Hallyu fashion, she's unable to do so until Sun-jae gives her a hand. But he takes her by surprise when he claims his own wish has already come true. Satisfied with her blushing, he playfully peppers a million tiny kisses on her lips. Young and in love, the two run around under the cherry blossoms, filling the air with enchantment. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. The Sun Shower Kiss, Tale of the Nine-Tailed. Sun showers are said to signal a fox's wedding, and here, a nine-tailed fox's romance. Dancing with the Devil, My Demon. Doi and Kuwon dance to a traumatic tune to reclaim their power.
이제 이 노래 우리 거 하자.
Cuddlebugs. Welcome to Samdari. She loves to snuggle in his arms, but he cheekily wants more.
우리가 해요? 안고 하니까?
쳤어 여기서 뭐 어떻게 하자고.
야, 너 지금 무슨 생각하는 거야? 아니, 뭘 하자는 게 아니라 그냥 이거 하자고, 이거.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. A Tearful Reunion. Crash Landing on You. Crash Landing on You has a way of heightening and then exceeding expectations. After a paragliding accident lands Yuseri in North Korea, she falls for North Korean Army Captain Ri Jung-hyuk. A whirlwind romance later, she must return to Seoul, leaving him behind.
리정혁 씨도 나 아주 잊지는 말고.
못 잊지. 하늘에서 갑자기 떨어진 여자. 무슨 수로 잊겠어?
Unable to sleep back home, she wistfully ponders the meaning of love on a snowy stroll. At this moment, we're all hoping to see Jung-hyuk in the crowd. But no one could have predicted that he would actually be there standing in front of her.
한참 헤맸어. 서울시 강남구 청담까지만 말해주고 구체적인 주소를 말해주지 않았어.
For a second, we're convinced it's a vision born out of Seri's desperation. But when it becomes certain he is real, we can finally let go of the breath we had been holding. Such is the effect of this couple.
리정혁 씨가 나 그렇게 보는 것도 하나도 안 기쁘다고.
꿈이 아닌데.
장담해요?
장담하오.
Which K-drama character do you think is the ideal romantic partner? Tell us in the comments down below.
봤지? 나 무지개 너랑 키스하는 거 빌었거든. 근데 봐, 이뤄졌잖아.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.